No, the letter that was leaked, Naledi, it's water under the bridge. Good morning and good morning to the viewers, by the way.
Thank you. Good morning.
It's water under the bridge. As we talk now, everything has been brought into control. We sometimes on Monday, Tuesday, we had our certificate from the public works of the province on the integrity of the structure. We have been granted the certification for hosting that magnitude, that type of event, and its magnitude, obviously. So I must indicate that we everything is under control, and obviously we are working closely with people who will be the organizers of the event. And I know that they'll be making a last visit on the site. I don't know whether it's today and tomorrow, and the leadership. Yeah. But in terms of the other arrangements, Naledi, that would relate to your. By the way, they've just taken me through in the entire precinct to look at even the CCTV, because the precinct has to be protected also. Everything is in a good state. What we are also happy about, Naledi, remember, we're hosting quite a number of big events. Not so long, the very same facility had hosted the World AIDS Day on the 1st of December. So that is why I'm saying some of the things that were raised in the letter are issues on their own, but everything now has been put into control, and we are ready to go. And I want to indicate to revelers, maybe to make a humble plea, that as they come into the precinct and other areas, let them cooperate with the law enforcement, SAPS, the metro law enforcement and traffic officers, because much as they want to celebrate, but also those who are living here in Mangaung, they must still be able to do their daily business as usual.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the significance of the January 8th statement for the 111th birthday celebrations of the party being held, particularly at Mangaung. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity as well for South Africans to be educated about the role that the municipality is, or leaders of the municipality play as well.
Naledi, you are raising a very important question, and that relates exactly to the Mangaung Metro, because the governing party was born here. Other parties, most of them, you can call your national party then, your COPE, were born here in Mangaung. So we have a rich political heritage as the city, and of course we have to capitalize on it. I've just seen an insert now at Naval Hill, the Franklin Resort. It's one of the biggest destinations in the Free State. We're having tourists throughout. So the event brings again an opportunity for the city to really rebrand and look at refresh the image of the city. You know, we've been having our own share in terms of issues related to service delivery and so forth. But there are those positives that we can talk about, and we're happy that there is no accommodation. And we have asked people to open their houses to make them habitable, so that those visitors who do not have accommodation can come. The tourism industry has just indicated just before they meet with the president that they are happy, especially when the Mangaung hosts such activities. You know that we also define ourselves as the sporting mecca. Not so long, there have been a whole lot of rugby activities. We are hosting the Wales and South Africa tour now at the end of the month. So we're really comfortable at how we do in that space. So it's not all doom and gloom. Naledi.
We have seen, you know, in previous years, some criticism around I suppose just how lavish sometimes the January 8th statement celebrations have been, and you know, some real concerns about these lavish events taking place, you know, at a time when South Africans are going through very difficult economic times. I mean, talk to me about the plans that you have in place to still, I suppose, hold the honor of the event that is so critical for the party, but also show South Africans that there's relatability.
Now, lady, one thing with this type of activities, whether you're talking rugby, entertainment, political activities, and so on, when they come into the city, what we've learned, you can look at even during the Makufe, there will always be these side activities that some are actually private, we do not know about. So much as this event comes at the time when our economy is not performing and the flaunting, it's a bit sinner. If it's a bit of a sin, if you have to do it in the eyes of those who cannot afford. So I think even the governing party, I heard some of their messages. They have a voice on that to say, look, if, for an example, you are saying you are going to take the cake that you would normally celebrate and eat and give others, you are taking it to this old age home or any other home that needs these type of things once in a while. So for me, it's a good gesture, Nalini. Yeah. And I'm sure even ourselves, we need to look as individuals, we need to look at that element to say, much as those or some of us that are still at employment and what do afford, but what about those who cannot afford at all? In fact, we need to consciously try to close that gap in a way whilst we are celebrating.
Yeah, well, let's leave it there. That's the spokesperson for the Mangaung Metro saying to us that they are ready to hold and host, rather, the African National Congress as the party celebrates its 111th birthday celebrations.